He has a drill. Yeah, it's not Monday. We know it's Wednesday. We said we were going to be live Monday. We said we were going to be live Tuesday. But we are live today. We're here with you guys. How are you guys doing out there today? Kellen, how was your day?
I didn't do hardly anything. I slept in pretty late. It's my one day off this week. And then my dogs got out again. Somehow. And my dog pushed over the wire part of the fence and somehow snuck through. But luckily someone picked him up right away and took him to PetSmart and then called us because they're chipped. But
good. That's good.
So that worked out.
Glad you found them.
Again.
Yeah.
They're good dogs, but they just run. I don't know. You'd think that we were terrible to them. But, they're super loved. They're well taken care of, but they just, Houdini and get lost.
Yeah. Q, how was your day?
Day was pretty good. As for the day, I haven't really done much today other than resetting everything up with my PC. We got that fixed up, but it's been a good week in the world of sports. You know, if I'm a Nets fan, got rid of Steve Nash and everything, so hopefully we can finally turn shit around and have it looking like it's supposed to be. But it's a lot of shit over there that needs fixing.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping whoever come in next can just get to it, because time's running out. But just that, pretty much that's it. Staying tuned in on the sports all week. That's really all I do. Sports, work, comics, this.
They have time. It's only October. They have time if they get whoever they get in there.
It's just the other teams in the NBA look so much farther ahead of them.
Oh, yeah,
so much farther ahead.
Not to brag. We look phenomenal.
No, they do. That's what I'm saying. They're not. Golden State's not the only one either. Milwaukee,
Phoenix looks great.
Phoenix is there.
But
Boston's
Phoenix
still there.
Always gives us fucking problems, bro.
But Dallas gives Phoenix problems. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think Phoenix ups it a notch when they play Golden State.
Yeah.
It's a rivalry for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
I mean, plus
us.
all the matchups.
Yeah.
All the matchups are
They're
there for
young
them
teams.
too.
Yeah,
They match up a little better. So
Another one that gives us a problem is Memphis. Memphis gives us issues too.
that's just gonna be so fun.
Ja's just ridiculous with it every time. So, yeah, my day, I guess it was. I worked. I worked, so it was another day. Just another day.
Another day in the life.
Another day. But
of a fanatic.
We do have things to talk about.
Raymond said I've officially filed for divorce from Marvel.
We do have things to talk about. Yeah, that's some of the things we are going to get into. We're going to talk about first Lupita Nyong'o. How do you say that? We were talking about that. Lupita Nyong'o. We're going to talk about, and I'm not trying to be, I really don't know how. We're going to talk about Lupita.
No, bro was really off camera, trying to pronounce it.
Yeah, I was trying
to prepare. Bro's getting random letters.
Bro's for a second, and then I was like, oh, he's reading someone's name.
Bro's pulling random letters out, hats and stuff like that, and adding them and subtracting, and he really could not pronounce her name. He's
I want to give it my all, so I tried, But anyway, Lupita, y'all know her. She's gonna.
Our girl L.
She's gonna be starring in the spinoff for A Quiet Place. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about. What was one? We're gonna talk about Khleo Thomas, Zero from Holes, and how we give zero fucks about his terrible opinion on Recast.
I like how you did that.
So yeah, he what he said on the red carpet or the purple carpet, and then we are going to talk about. YahYa, Abdul-Mateen. We're going to talk about YahYa and how he has officially been cast as Wonder Man, and how I have thoughts on that one. So we're going to talk about all that stuff with you guys, get you guys' thoughts, and let's get right into it. So anyway, like I said, Lupita, you know her. Lupita, insert last name here. She is going to be starring in the Quiet Place spinoff. Now, I love John Krasinski's the first two. I love the first two. I really do. Like it's a film that is so intense, and it's a film that both of them, not just I've seen some people say the Second one's not as good. Bro, I really think they're both. That's just my opinion. I think they're both really good, but it has so much intensity in it, and then it's like you, as the audience member, I feel like I'm directly in there with them because I'm on edge, like at everything. You know, like the scene with Emily Blunt where she's having to have the child. You know, she's giving birth while the things are around. Bro, that was. I'm like, I'm on the edge of my seat the whole time. Or even when she's walking down the stairs and the nail is sticking out.
Yeah,
yes, I'm like, man, it's stuff like that when when a film can make you feel the emotion without dialogue.
Yeah.
Mind you, they don't talk.
I mean, it's just imagine just having a kid in a situation like that where it's like kids knocking stuff over, like just bumping in like.
Dude, it's hard having like, a kid tapping on stuff,
just
like,
pets, like
keeping them quiet. On an airplane or at a restaurant is like some grocery store.
I think that's part of the thrill in watching the movie, though, is because it's like when you're watching a movie, it's like your environment is kind of what that movie is giving you. Like it's quiet around you. It's and then like everything that's loud, you're really not expecting it because it's supposed to be fucking quiet the whole movie. So it's like, both those movies, I like them both equally in terms of like the jump scares and all that stuff like that. Like I can admit I thought the first one had better like plot writing, the story was better, but I mean in terms of just like the characters, there was no fall off in the characters or anything like that.
They're well made.
Yeah.
They're beautifully done. They don't require sound like the first one. The reason why those scenes are so intense later on is because they immediately set the tone, like when the son dies, you know? Like immediately you get the gravity of it.
Yeah.
And then in the second movie you get to see a little bit more. And then I'm seeing, this says day one. So that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That is
see
cool.
it like from the start because I don't think I'm the only one that's like I'm most curious about that.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. It says the Oscar-winning actor from 12 Years Slaves, Black Panther, and Us is in the final negotiations to star in a spin-off Quiet Place Day One, which is the next installment of Paramount's horror franchise. Pig director Michael, I can never pronounce his, Cernosky, I think that's how you say it.
It looks like
Cernosky will helm the film, set to be released on March 8, 2024. Story details are being kept under wraps, but it comes from an original idea from John Krasinski, who directed and co-starred in the first two Quiet Place movies with Emily Blunt. So not really too many details on exactly what it's going to be.
Is that horror movie with the pig mask that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I believe that's the one.
So, like, I'm not familiar. It's like Pig Director.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The big, tall pig nigga. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So I think,
I never saw that.
we've kind of known about the spinoff for a while, just didn't know, this has been talked about, just didn't know who was going to be in it, who's going to, what it was really going to be about. We still kind of don't know what it's going to be about. But having Lupita in this, now, although I don't like her recent comments on Recast, you can't deny Lupita is a phenomenal actress. I mean, in everything 12 Years a Slave, her role there, man, she's so good in that movie. I mean, she's good in everything she plays in. So having her with all the emotion that she already brings to the screen in any role she plays in a film where all she can use is emotion, no dialogue.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to put her. She's gonna kill this film. Like she's
probably get dominated again.
Yeah. Honestly, because again, just the facial expressions that she can make in films alone, translated with no dialogue. She's really got to put that all into her emotions, so it's gonna be. That's gonna be interesting to see.
It plays into her strengths for sure.
Yeah, and then one of the main things I really love about Quiet Place 2, and I love that she's going to be doing this, is it plays on the fears. Most horror films do play on, the things that we can see, like, Freddy, Michael, Jason, etc. But these type of films play, and we do see the monsters, but it plays more on the side of being afraid of things that you cannot see, like in Jordan Peele's Nope. I think that's even more scary in horror films of when you
more suspenseful.
Yeah, it's definitely more suspenseful when when you're afraid of what you haven't even seen. You know what I'm saying? So I want to.
Like, you don't know exactly what the fuck you're afraid
Exactly.
of.
Exactly. And that's just the universe they set up, and like I dig it. So like I'm happy to have more of it because like I just the whole concept since the first one came out, I've really enjoyed.
Right. Yeah. And what do you guys think? Last question. What do you think this could be? If it's day one, is this like? This is obviously going to be just happening the same time that John Krasinski's family is experiencing this their day one, and she's just wherever. I'm hoping this is not the same town. I'm hoping this is more of a
No. Yeah, I bet it'll be a different place. Maybe it'll be like, I don't know, more literal, like actual, like first, like explain it.
yeah.
You know, like literally, like the first time something happens, maybe
Yeah, I'm saying it's gonna be very interesting.
I'm trying to think if it would
from starting.
if it would be like something before a quiet, like the movies even happen, or if it would just be like you said, something just her personal day one, and it'd be like a whole, just like we said, the kind of the same plot line, but just different characters and different everything like that. But I mean, either way they go, or I just feel like whatever they do, it can't really be messed up, just because it's one, you can't mess it up in my opinion, because the story, like John Krasinski wrote the first two so well that, I mean, you're basing it off something. If they base it off what the first two are based off, that's why I say you can't go wrong, because the first two are written so well.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they did cast Lupita, because like you said, just based off her facial expressions, because when I watched her in, was it Us? Is that what she's in? That?
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that movie is just the best overall, because I don't think it's like a great movie or anything, but her in it, she did great in that movie.
Yeah. I forget the name of the slave she plays in 12 Years a Slave. Man, I forget her name.
I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie in
Patsy?
since it came out.
Patsy. She plays Patsy. Her role as Patsy, gosh, I mean, she, not just her, but Sarah Paulson kills it too as
she's gonna be
as Mistress Epps.
Yeah.
She killed.
That scene with the
I
soap?
really wanted to.
Gosh.
Yeah. I wanted to back. I wanted to.
What did it hop on screen?
Man, Sarah Paulson made me. She had me really hating her ass for a minute.
Had you ready to Ezra Miller a bitch, you know?
No, I mean, but it would be super cool to see just the story take place in a different environment, and like
that's what I'm
what
saying.
type, like what she'd have to do to survive and everything in different scenarios, and just like if she'd have to use different weapons, or like if she has pets, kids, just stuff like that. So it'll be.
Or what if it's in like New York City or Chicago? Like, you know, it's like a more dense, like big ass city, like type of thing too, to where we're like we see that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool too. I mean, I want it to be. I don't want it to be a small town though. I want to see it bigger. Yeah. Like, I want to see how it affects. We saw how it affects a small town. How is it affecting like a big city? Yeah. Like, what did a big city have to go through with this? Like, with
something like that.
You know, with like a military base and everything. You know, I want to see that.
Think about how noisy it is there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see something.
So
like
it's
that,
like that'd be a cool.
Yeah, it looks like that'd be interesting. So. But, let us know down below what you guys think in the comments. Are you guys excited for a Quiet Place spinoff starring Miss Lupita, insert last name? Or are you like, nah, I want to see a part 3 with Emily Blunt and everybody again? But like I said, I think Lupita's going to do great in this. So let us know down below in the comments what you guys think. We'll move on. Something else, too. Paul Dano played in 12 Years a Slave. I didn't like that motherfucker either. He played his part really well too. Where's comments? What we got?
Ooh, Tatiana Woodhouse said it would be cool to see a different perspective of the situation in The Quiet Place, and definitely getting some background on how it started would make a good movie. And then she also said that she played Patsy. And
that's
then
my fiance.
Silver Wishes said, hello. And then Raymond said, I saw the first A Quiet Place, and that had my nerves and anxiety on 10,000. No, when I've, like, because I knew what to expect going into the second one more so, but when I watched the first one, I was a little scared. I'm not gonna lie, like that shit was jumpy in my opinion.
The first one was really good. It really was.
And then Raymond also said, since when has Khleo Thomas been relevant? I haven't seen him anything since Holes.
Oh, brother, we gonna get to Khleo.
And then J.O. Wolf is always checked in, said, what's up, peace, brothers. J.O., appreciate
up,
you
J.O.?
stopping in.
What's up, brother?
My fault, I had to do that. Voice was getting a little raspy. But that's it on comments.
All right. We catch Silver Wishes.
Yeah, I
All right.
said that one.
Okay.
Yep,
All right.
Yep.
We're gonna move on. Next topic
Yeah,
here.
sure.
The next topic is going to be YahYa as Wonder Man. You know, last week we kind of touched on this. We talked about how he was going. It was rumored last week that he was going to be playing Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, and our thoughts on that. And you know, my thoughts have not changed on that, and my thoughts are still the same. It's you know, I've seen some people saying, well, what's wrong with that? You're still getting, and I've seen posts on Twitter of several pictures of the black representation that we currently have in the MCU, and I'm gonna loop it back around to this, but that we currently have in the MCU, like Sam Wilson and Nick Fury, and you know, you guys know who they are, the ones that are there, Rhodey, the ones that we barely see, the sidekicks, the whatevers, you know, those guys, Idris Elba, who's, you know, whatever. And we've seen those guys, and you know, they're putting up pictures of that, saying, "What do you mean no black representation? Why are you making this a thing about being upset about you guys want black representation? You're getting black representation." I think when black representation is discussed, I think it's confused. I think people are confusing what black representation actually is.
I think it's just anybody black. Like
Yeah,
any character,
yes,
as long as
exactly.
we have a black face on the screen,
that's honestly
that's
it.
black representation.
That's
right?
it. That's what they
Yeah.
think. They think if you've got a group of black people in anything, or you've got that's black representation. But sadly, I'm so, and it's sad to say, I've seen some black people on Twitter saying this ignorant shit, and I'm like, wow, my brothers and sisters, I just don't get it. Because for me, black representation would be what Steve Rogers, if Steve Rogers was black, that's black representation. That's what that T'Challa. I mean, hell, why did I even use Steve? T'Challa. That's the black representation. That's what that would be. The sidekick, the Idris Elba's 15 minutes in the MCU, everything like that, that's not the representation.
Yeah.
So what we mean when we're saying we don't want to see a YahYa as, it's not saying no, we don't want to see YahYa. I would love to see YahYa in the MCU.
Give him a better role.
He's an Emmy-winning, give him a better role. Emmy-winning actor. He played, he plays Black Mantis over in the DCU. He plays also in the DCU. He plays Mr. Manhattan. Like, yeah, I want to see YahYa in the MCU, but I want to see YahYa portray a black character and flesh out a black story. Why are we just race swapping him? Because at the end of the day, that's still a white man's story. Simon Williams' story is still a white man's story. That's just a black man playing him. That's not what I want to see. I want to see the black man portraying the black man's story. That's what it means.
And
it's not hard to understand at all.
And then I've seen people saying like characters like Wonder Man, like him being white has no relevance. So, but it's like, if him being white has no relevance, like why the fuck would he be black representation?
Exactly.
It's like he has no relevance being white. I mean, I'm sure as hell you couldn't come up with a way to represent the black community like as Wonder Man. So it's just like, I just don't get that argument in itself. But I mean,
it's like Wonder Bread. That shit's white.
It's like, I mean, like I'm not too on it because I mean it's cool we get Wonder Man. I don't think it's a bad casting because he is a good actor, but I mean I'm still on the side of he deserves a better role in my opinion because
like Idris Elba.
Just because I feel like we're only getting Wonder Man because of Wanda, and so it's like I feel like I'd rather see YahYa Abdul in a more prominent role in something where he'd be more soloed or not like dependent on other people and stuff. Because I feel like Wonder Man's role in the MCU is just going to be dependent with Wanda and everything.
I mean, and that's what they're already connecting Vision Quest with now. You know, with him being officially cast, they've been talking about, well, you know, there is that love triangle between the three of them, between Vision, Wonder Man and Wanda. So, obviously the MCU is going to play on that. I expect them to, especially with Wanda rumored to be showing up in the Wonder Man series along with Pietro. And you've got now Wanda, or you've got the, which we're going to talk about on Sunday, but you got Joe Locke that's rumored to be in the Agatha series. You've got Wanda rumored to be in the Agatha series. It's all coming together. You know what I'm saying? The stories, it's coming together with what they want. But my thing with YahYa is, it's not that I don't want to see him in like a big name like Simon Williams. I mean, well, when I say big name, Wonder Man's not known to non-comic readers, so that's not, and don't pretend like it is, because it's not.
Right.
So, it's not that I don't want to see. I want to see him. Like I said, there's just black superheroes that could just be fleshed out. I mean, this is one we say all the time: Blue Marvel, Brother Voodoo. I mean, I think he'd make a killer Brother Voodoo. I mean, not just Brother Voodoo. You've got.
And he could tie, if they want to tie people into Wanda. They could tie.
Brother Voodoo into Wanda because they had a relationship.
Yeah.
So it's, if you really
that's a better character.
And exactly, that's a very good point. I forgot she had a relationship with Brother Voodoo. Yes, she was in a relationship with Brother Voodoo. So yes, because you can't say, well, that's not going with the story. When does the MCU go with the story?
Right. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it goes with the story or not. You can twist it.
Dead in this
exactly. Thank you.
They don't go with the story.
Thank you. So you can twist however it is you want to twist it, but you could have made him a black superhero so that superhero story could be fleshed out, because he's just fleshing out
as a black character, not a white character that you just slap a black face on.
Yes, and I saw somebody made a very good point on Twitter. Imagine YahYa Abdul-Mateen being your favorite Simon Williams, and this being your first time seeing Simon Williams, so you want to go pick up his comics, and you pick him up, and it's like, who the hell is this? And it's like, what? What am I? It was so funny to me, because I'm like, that is so true. It's like,
I mean, but what they want to do
is not representation.
They want YahYa to play Wonder Man so well, so they can rewrite the new comics as a black Wonder Man. I bet that's what they are going to do, because they've done it with characters in the past and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't see it past Marvel to just go ahead and rewrite him as a black character if he does well and everything. Because if he does Wonder Man well, I mean, the way people received Wanda and everything, his main ties are going to be to Wanda, I'm assuming, and so it's like they're going to receive Wonder Man just the same way.
Right.
Especially if they're playing off the love triangle shit with Vision, Wonder Man, because that shit is interesting.
Right.
It's it's like the most interesting thing in Wonder Man's comics.
It is. Yeah. It is. And and when we talk about these things, when we are sitting here talking about what we're talking about now, giving criticisms, giving our opinions, that in no way, shape, or form means am I not excited to see some of these things play out in the MCU.
Yeah.
I still will gripe about, him being Wonder Man, but even if he plays him good, and I have no doubt he will. I mean, look who's playing him. I have no doubt he will. Which is going to bring me into what I'm about to say about all this. But no, we're excited about this stuff. I still love the MCU.
We're excited. It's just odd because it's like, this is different than like when we were talking about Rogue, because of the Southern thing with Rogue.
Right.
Like what's like, half of the South black. So
right.
That still, you're not having to change anything, and it's still like, it makes sense. This just seems forced. This seems like we're asking for T'Challa, and they're like, here's a black person, shut up.
Exactly.
That's what it feels like.
Yep. And this is the funny. Excuse me. This is funny to me. So, I was watching. I think they talked about it yesterday. I think John's show talked about it yesterday on John Campia's show. So I was watching the clip that he did on YahYa, and so he goes on after he talks about it. He comes back on and he says, Kevin Feige and Marvel have done a really good job of casting black actors in the MCU. And I don't disagree that they've done a good job, because the black actors that they do have in the MCU are phenomenal. But, so he goes on and he starts naming off, and hold on. So he names, obviously, Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger. Okay. That's fine. Michael B. Jordan being Killmonger. That's okay. Because why Killmonger? I mean, I'm not saying that I disagree with a race swap in certain situations, But in this situation with Wonder Man, it's just unnecessary, like we were just saying.
Unnecessary and forced.
Yeah, I'm not saying I disagree with that, but I'm saying, like, obviously, yes, Killmonger's black, so yes, Michael B. Jordan playing, that makes sense. There we go. Yes. Anthony Mackie playing Sam Wilson, obviously. Okay.
Right.
Jonathan Majors, we got him playing Kang. Mm-hmm. YahYa now is Wonder Man. I can never pronounce his name. The dude from Guardians of the Galaxy that says who.
Oh.
I can never pronounce his name from Blood Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't pronounce it, but we know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's a tough name.
Yeah, and we don't.
He's a really good actor.
He is a great actor. Can you name his character from Guardians of the Galaxy?
He was in the What If. He was in the What If.
Yeah, none of us know. I don't even know his fucking name. I can't name him because how much screen? Okay, we'll get to that.
We're doing to him what he did. We got Star-Lord actually in the movie where he didn't know who Star-Lord was. Right, he didn't know his name.
Yes. Well, right. We'll get to that. Then he said Denzel Washington. Now, who obviously, you know, we were all talking about, was rumored to be cast as Magneto, which I still don't like because, again, we've talked about that. Denzel could come in and be a Blue Marvel for sure. I think he could really fit that description for Blue Marvel if you wanted to go that route. Again, there's a plethora of other heroes he could have been, but we'll get to that too. Mahershala Ali is Blade. Okay. We need to see that.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it yet.
At that point...
Right.
It's been such a mess of everything that we've been hearing.
And he said
hoping it's better on the right track, but
he said Don Cheadle as Rhodey, Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, Daniel Kaluuya as W'Kabi, Brian Tyree Henry, Fastos. I can never pronounce his name either. Dude from 12 Years a Slave. The lead character, Mordo.
Oh. Yeah.
Idris Elba as Heimdall. And then he ended saying... he ended all that after he named all... him and his co-host and them... And I'm not trying... Whatever. His co-host and them, they were like... Oh, you know, they were just all giddy about all the names. And we're all... This is only the males in the MCU. We haven't even gotten to the female. And then at the end goes, I'm running out of names. I don't even know who else they could cast in the MCU. Okay. And this is, I think, the problem. I think that the white community, society as a whole, when you look at black actors, you look at them as the ones you know. Like, that's the black Hollywood to them. Is the like your Chris Rocks, your Will Smiths, your Kevin Harts, Angela Bassett, you know, those guys, those names, Viola Davis, they know those faces. Yeah. There are plenty of names out there that you could go on to, but I'm running out of names. There are plenty of names you could pick up there, okay? So there's Michael Ealy, Blair Underwood, Lance Gross, Omar Epps, Sterling K. Brown, Aldous Hodges, Robert Richard, Derek Luke, Shamar Moore, Boris Kodjoe, Damson Idris, Will Smith, LeVar Burton, Laz Alonso, Jamal Howard, John David Washington, Yolande Noel, Trevant Rhodes. Bro, I could keep going and going and going and going because there's a lot of other black male actors that you could be getting into the MCU to play these black roles that are getting shelved. The ones, those stories aren't getting fleshed out. I don't care if a black man, I mean, I don't care. I do care if you have a black man playing a white man's role. Why? Because that's still the white man's story being fleshed out while the black role is getting set, again, shelved. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we mean.
We're not running out of names of black characters in the comics, is the thing.
I mean,
there's black characters to take from.
But it's kind of also like white people have also they always see the black person as the sidekick too. And so it's like they see him a lot because they focus on their main character and who's always there to fight with their main character. It's the black sidekick. Like with Captain America, they got Falcon. Every time you're going to get like critical cap scenes like that. Iron Man, you're getting Rhodey. Doctor Strange, you're getting Mordo. It's like I'm sitting here thinking about it. It's almost like Marvel made sure to put like a black sidekick with almost every prominent outside of Thor. But like there's Heimdall with Thor, and Heimdall's pretty important in Thor. Yeah. So like,
I mean, let's show it.
Now that I'm sitting here breaking that shit down,
we can show it right now. Hold on. Here it is, right here. We've shown this before. So this is one of the names they named. Dude, you got all these black prominent actors in the MCU. 20 minutes is what Michael B. Jordan has been in the MCU. 20 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, there you go with that.
And he died.
20 minutes
he
of
died
20,
from a black
20
on black dispute.
And he died.
Yeah.
20 minutes of torturing his own kind as well. He was
Yeah.
trying to start war with his own people, basically.
Exactly.
Then you got brother from 12 Years a Slave who plays Mordo. 17 minutes and 45 seconds, and you got all this black representation in the MCU. Okay, let's move to the next name they said.
That's crazy.
One of them, what's dude's name? Idris Elba. Here we go. We got Idris Elba.
I was so shocked last week.
And,
14
well, you know what's
minutes and
crazy?
15 seconds.
We don't even know where
Yeah.
now, like, not to backtrack,
Like you
but
said,
we
he's
don't
an
know where the
important
fuck
character.
616 Mordo is.
Right.
Like, we
Right.
don't know anything about him anymore, really.
Right. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
Talking about we got all this black representation in the MCU. Calm down, guys. You're still gonna get this. You're still gonna get that. These numbers don't lie, bruh. What they say? Who said that? Nikki's numbers don't lie. What she say? If numbers don't lie, when they discussing the king, they turn around and say LeBron ain't got 6 rings. So fuck that shit. Numbers don't lie. All right. Yeah. So then we got what's his name?
Jordan did get sued.
You got brother from that played Battlestar.
Yeah.
Cleon Bennett. 11 minutes.
Dead now.
Dead.
Oh yeah, he did die.
Because we got all this black representation. See, and then
To
brother
the Flag Smashers.
and then the
I
brother
can't think of
from
any other black actors.
then the brother from Guardians of the Galaxy's not even on here.
Yeah.
You want to know why? I think because he had like what?
Nothing.
A few seconds in the intro,
Right.
and then the few seconds that you saw him again. Okay, maybe I'm gonna say like 6 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes, because I forget he is in the closing fight.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like 6 to 7 minutes.
But even
there.
how much of it?
Well, obviously not enough because he's not on here.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Don Cheadle. Of course, you got Don Cheadle. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was at least expecting a little over an hour, 52 minutes.
Yeah. Well, because also the first Iron Man was played by what's his name?
Yeah, Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
Not even get on that one.
How much does Samuel L. Jackson have?
An hour 16.
And think of how many movies he's been in.
Exactly. Since the beginning.
Yeah.
All this black representation. Calm down. You got Anthony Mackie. And you want to know why he's got that much? We already said this shit.
Yep. Sidekick.
Because he was the sidekick.
Yeah.
He had to be there. He told Steve, I'm going where you go. As the sidekick.
Yeah. On your left.
On your
slightly
left.
behind you on your left always.
Yeah.
Never directly on your left, a little behind you.
So, don't want to overshine. You can't be directly on your left. I got to be
So I'm
just
a little
left.
behind
I gotta
you.
You know what?
take a
Cap was
few
kind of
steps
an
back.
asshole for that, because wasn't he like rehabbing his knee? Like when he met Cap, and then Cap's like, I'm on 5 superpowers, just laughing at him. It's like, you asshole.
Yeah, he 2 hours and 15 there for Anthony Mackie, and I think that ends our
Bro,
there it is. That's it.
Did Anthony Mackie, didn't that nigga lose to like Ant-Man when he first got his suit?
Yes.
like Ant-Man was in training and kicked
fresh
Anthony
out of the
Mackie's
bathtub
ass.
Yeah, bro. Like I
learning how to jump through doors and went and fucked up Anthony Mackie.
And like I said, this is because I've seen that too. Why make it so controversial? I've seen that in our comments. Listen, when we discuss this, I'm not making it controversial.
Yeah, I don't see why it is.
It's not. It's a discussion for me. I'm giving
Yeah.
you my opinion on what I think could be done coming from the black community. This is what I think could be done. This is what I think we should have as far as representation goes. Because if you're going to go with the idea that you're really not bringing T'Challa back, don't hit me with, the post-credit scene is T'Challa. Fuck that shit. If you're hitting me with that you're not bringing T'Challa back, then you need to pull some of these black roles, these black male roles and female roles that are black from the comics onto the big screen. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason that you could give me in the comments, that you could stitch me in a video and give me that says a good reason as to why we shouldn't be having these black actors play black characters. I just don't know. There's not one you could give me. There's not when we're screaming representation when you're literally taking that off the screen with T'Challa. So nah. Miss me.
And I know we're
Boom.
getting. It's like, yes, we know we're getting Blade, but Blade doesn't represent much. Like,
Yeah, like,
don't
bruh,
no
nah.
little black boy
And again,
should
we
no
still haven't even
actual
seen
human
Blade.
being be looking up to. I'm just even if that
I mean, white
it doesn't
people like
represent
vampires
doesn't
more even, I
represent
feel like.
much in real life.
You know
like,
what I mean?
Right.
It's nothing that like everyone's gonna see and then be like,
That
oh,
is
culturally, black people are just like something to look up to from some sort of aspect or any sort of aspect.
Not
really.
from Blade.
Like
Right.
it's just like nothing coming unless. So it's like the next thing that we are getting is Captain America 4, in which it sounds like that he really could be sidelined by hella Hulks being in there. So you never really know, and it's like we don't want. It's not to say we don't want, but the representation that we want isn't in the stories or characters like Luke Cage or like Blade, or it's like. We deserve like the Blue Marvels and the T'Challas. It's like those are the Brother Voodoos. It's like all of the high-powered protectors and stuff like
Not
that.
Not filled with tropes.
Exactly. Yes, the protectors and the art, like the full written-out storyline stuff like that. I mean, I just don't see why we haven't even. Marvel's been in phase 4 or 5 now. It's like I don't see why their only main was T'Challa. Like they should have saw how T'Challa made $1 billion and been like, okay. Blue Marvel.
But see, that's
Brother Voodoo is going in
like
Doctor Strange. He's not going to be in this deleted post scene. He is going in the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of what we're even all right here sitting saying is like, there's like you just said, like there's no reason that they can't. I mean, but again, yet you're bringing in more characters from and the reason I say you can bring these black characters off is because you can't tell me that the general public just like Black Adam. Black Adam's numbers, even for the second weekend, didn't do good in box office. Why? It's not because it's because nobody knows who the fuck Black Adam is unless you're a hardcore. Yeah, it's not one of those DC heroes that everybody. Like I said, I had people at work ask me, I thought Black Adam was black. Is he not black? Or asking me all these questions about Black Adam. No, bruh. People don't know who the fuck Black Adam is. Right. No matter if you slap the rock on it. That's the point I was trying to make about the whole. Anyway, with Trey, but it doesn't. It's not doing good, so people don't know who he is. Same thing with Simon Williams. Yeah. Nobody knows who the fuck Wonder Man is.
Yeah, there's not going to be any. Nobody's been demanding.
Nobody knows who Wonder Man is.
Like, how many people on YouTube do, top 15 characters from the comics we'd love to see in the MCU? Have you ever seen him in any list?
No. Nobody even whispers Wonder Man.
It's just I pray when they finally do start bringing in X-Men and stuff. There's so many black mutants to bring in, so I just pray they get it right at least there. Because I mean, so far,
not happy.
Not
happy.
And it's not to say like they're bad at what they're doing. It's just I feel like they haven't even really tried to attempt to represent the black community in like good ways outside of T'Challa, and then whenever Chadwick Boseman passes, it's just like let's
just flush all that down the toilet.
Let's honor him, but and the representation that he stood for and everything. And so I don't get that. I mean, because like they represent everyone well, like with what they do, like with Namor, him being Latino and everything. Like that is good representation and everything. Yeah. Like him at all his press conferences, the way he talks, like he's speaking in Spanish to his community.
It really is.
Like it really is. Like I feel some type of way.
I do, especially his speech at SDCC or at D23. Yep. I think it was D23.
Right, like he talked in English, and then now he's like, and then he starts talking in Spanish. Like now for my
like, bro, that was dope. That's representation. That's what we mean.
Or that video you repost, like where Andrew Garfield and Tom Hill they showed up in their costume. And I mean, that's not like much of represent, but it's just like it's like imagine if we were to have those black characters doing stuff like that.
Doing stuff like that, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, give us
It's just because of simple fact. Imagine
that's all I'm saying. That's it.
Because, like, not a lot of black kids growing up thinking, like, oh, comic books are cool and stuff like that. It's usually other stuff like sports, doing whatever stuff they may get into and stuff like that. But it's like, imagine if we were to put 2-3 prominent black male superheroes who represent them. It's just like, we could get kids growing up, I want to be him from the jump. Like, not saying I want to be Superman or Spider-Man, but I want to be someone who's just like me.
Who looks like me. Right.
Who grew up in a community or a story like me, who has the same struggles that I may or I could relate to. It's just like...
Because, again, we've talked about this.
I don't relate to Spider-Man, really.
No. Within our community, as growing up black, we all can relate because our stories are similar. Like, we all come from this almost the same backgrounds. And I'm not saying like our households were exactly the same. What I'm saying is our culture. Yeah. The culture is the same. Mm-hmm. The way we were brought up sometimes is the same. Like we can relate on just stuff being around in the house. Certain plates, certain plate designs. Like, oh yeah, black folks got. I mean, there's just so many different things, but that's what the representation. That's what we want to see. Right. That's what we want to see. It's not YahYa playing Simon Williams, who, if I go pick up Simon Williams comics, I'm reading about a white man's story, does not give me the representation I'm talking about.
Like the amount
it does not. Representation's a feeling. It's understanding a culture.
Right.
It's understanding a bunch of subtleties, really. It comes down to, like, to nail the big stuff, you have to nail the subtleties. Like, you have to, like, if Tarantino makes a movie, he does so much subtext work. Mm-hmm. Like, he wants his actors to know, like, that's what, like, okay, like, me and Trey, we can't get that. Like, we won't ever nail some of that. Like, the amount of times my fiance will, like, tell me something, I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, that, it's a different thing. Right. So to have someone with my background and then just all of a sudden make me black, that doesn't make me black.
Right.
It makes my skin black.
Right.
Right.
And I guess we have been depicted as poor in the MCU already. If you want to take it to Falcon and Winter Soldier, he couldn't even get a bank loan as an Avenger.
Right.
So we've been that part. They have no problem representing us in. But
so even like you could tell like even how they represented like when in Black Panther when they came to America show you like you could tell those kids were poor that were hooping at the park and everything playing basketball. So it's like, but it's one thing I want like the amount of like white dinners and cookouts I've seen and like I would pay for a movie ticket to go see like a black dinner or cookout in the MCU just to go see the humor they have at like a black cookout in the MCU. So it's just like little stuff like that.
Right.
Like, it's just, like, the subtle differences and everything. And it's just, like, it shouldn't be about race, but it's, like, it's really about culture. And with culture comes, like, unfortunately, race and everything. And it's not to be divided or anything. It's just the fact that, like, every culture is just as important as the next. That's it. Yeah. So it's just, like, when other culture, like Miss Marvel, culture, excellent. Like, excellent. We got to see that culture and everything, but, like... They like I said, they showcase cultures excellent and everything, but it's just when it's come to the black community and everything or black culture, it hasn't been outside of what they've decided to kill off too well.
And that's all. That's it. That's all. All I'm saying.
I got a sticker in my pants.
So am I excited? Am I excited to see YahYa? Of course, I'm excited to see YahYa for the reasons I named earlier. Am I excited to see him as Simon Williams? No. But here we are. He is going to be our Simon Williams in the MCU, and as everything else, as with everything else in the MCU, we'll trug on and wait to see what the MCU has in store. So as always, let us know down below in the comments what you guys think. Are you with YahYa Abdul-Mateen being cast as Wonder Man, or are you on the other side of it, like we are saying? As far as the representation aspect, or do you have a completely different reason why you don't want YahYa Abdul-Mateen cast as Wonder Man? So let us know all those thoughts that you guys have down below in the comments. What is the chat saying?
I'm gonna just start from most recent and go up for a little bit because I don't want to scroll all the way. That's Fat and No said that scene where the cops confront Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I was like, oh, here we go. Exactly. Like, no, they made sure to.
Wait.
And the Falcon and Winter Soldier, whenever he was with Bucky walking away from the house and everything, the cops stopped him. And it was like, is he messing harassing or something? Whatever he said.
Scene. I like that scene because I like that during that time. Because remember, that was in 2020. Tensions were high with the police and everything like that. I like that scene because it was accurate to how we are treated by the police. That's what I liked about that
because
scene.
That's regardless of whether or not you can get that bank loan or not.
Right.
That transcends money, anything. That is literally just being seen for your color.
Right. That's exactly how we're treated.
Yeah.
And and people online had such a problem with that scene.
Yeah. Like it was fake or so imaginary.
Nah, that's like, do you know how many times in high school alone we were coming from a pool party one time and on the rich side of town in Brookhaven. And we got stopped because we were walking up to this corner store that was up the street from our friend's house that we were at. Mm-hmm. And we got stopped in our just our shorts and towels. And the police asked us, 3 cops pulled up, asked us, where you guys coming from? All, the basic questions. And then told us to sit down and said we fit the description of people that have been breaking into cars in the area, and I'm like thinking to myself, like, what the fuck?
You gotta have your board shorts and your towel.
I'm like, what the fuck? So bro, that's accurate. That happens to us. That's I can go on and on about more instances I've had with the police. So I like the fact that they did that. But again, if you can depict that part of our culture, of our realisms, then I want to see, depicting the fantasy parts with the black characters that you've written, that you have comics of. That's what I want to. If you can depict that part of it, I want to see the fantasy side depicted too. Yeah. Don't just play on our realisms, our tropes, and our traumas. Like, that's all they fucking do. Well, damn, we getting beat up in the MCU.
If they want to reflect on real life, though, there's real life excellence you can look at. Like, how much of American culture is influenced by the black community?
Right.
Like, there's so much you can point to that is actually positive. Instead of all black representation doesn't just have to be representing poor black people, subjugated black people. Does show that those issues are there, but can we also see like the
ones that make it out?
Yeah, a Steve Rogers type, a T'Challa type.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Official Liam G said, I feel like y'all are underestimating representation as a whole. I agree to flesh out actual black characters, but kids/teens today now get Wonder Man as well, so I see it as a win regardless.
No, that's what we were saying about
YahYa.
YahYa.
Said that pretty much.
Absolutely.
We said that about
and
YahYa.
the thing I do like is that they brought in a good black act. Like YahYa's and like you said, an award-winning actor. And
that's why I named his accomplishments.
I was gonna say,
young. That's what I'm saying though. But I also made that comparison that yes, these young black boys and teens are going to be able to look up to YahYa as Wonder Man. But then when they go for the representation, I want to learn more about this character. I want to learn more about the lore that the MCU's not giving me. And they go pick up the comics, and it's a white man's story. Right. It's not the same as if I go read through T'Challa's issues. Culturally, I connect with that.
It's as simple as how does the MCU do Wonder Man's origin story? Even if him being white has nothing like... So kids are going to watch the MCU and relate to Wonder Man how? Because he's going to be from, the MCU can't go make Wonder Man just from the hood or some shit like that. Like can't go make him like a poverty black kid or something, who came from poverty. I just don't see it. I don't see them doing that because it's, one, not his story. So they're not just going to make something completely up just because they casted a black man.
It's the MCU letting you know that they voted for Obama. That's what it is. That's honestly what it is. It's the equivalent.
Stamina said, we got a hint of a cookout in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but they breezed past it, all boat and no growth. They did.
Yeah.
Should have given us some shrimp and grits.
Raymond said, I wish people could understand this, especially those with the same complexion as ours, but they're so used to Marvel giving them the bare minimum. Mm-hmm. They don't even know that this is the bare minimum.
Right. Very true.
Pookie Wood said, fatherless incoming. I don't doubt. I don't doubt.
Oh my gosh.
Stamina MC said, J.O. Wolf, him having powers is neither here nor there. He just needs to be a well-written, fleshed-out character. Nick Fury can't do anything, but people like him, because SLJ brings vibes. Samuel L. Jackson brings vibes on screen.
Nick Fury's also a badass character.
No, he is.
Right.
He doesn't have superpowers, but that's pretty.
J.O. Wolf said, sorry, Sam Wilson is underwhelming. He has no powers. He's really just a dude in a suit with a shield. He's a broke black bat.
What?
Okay, that one's funny.
That was funny.
That one is funny.
I'm not sure if he's gonna be
I was not expecting that shit. The chief Gray said the chief diversity official at Disney must be on vacation.
Has to be.
Not even that. Every other cultures represent. Like, they just got done with Miss Marvel. I mean, I don't know about diversity. They seem they're just excluding one or two or three.
Yeah, us. Shit.
Let's see. Ant-Man 93. In Guardians of the Galaxy, his name is Damon Hansu, and he plays Karath the Pursuer.
Right.
Yeah, his name is Karath. And
I know nothing more about Karath. You know, that's
neither do I, except
that's
for you. Just and I didn't even like if you were to ask me to tell you about Guardians of the Galaxy, that wouldn't have been in my explanation or.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't make the cliff notes.
But there's so much representation. Remember that.
Yeah.
JB Easy said Killmonger was right.
Is that the? Oh, okay.
Byron Smith said casting YahYa as T'Challa would be the best move in every way. And Unknown, I'm able to bring the king to life without all the baggage of my past. I'm the flip side to our king, Chadwick Boseman. Nicholas Jenkins, I think it's time black comic book fans come together to make a black superhero show, plural. That is comic accurate, of course.
Yeah. It'd be nice.
Stephen James, Daniel Ezra, Caleb McLaughlin, the dude from The Boys, RJ Cycler.
Oh, yeah.
Just naming
that's more, and younger actors too, yeah.
Whoever the black actor was from Outer Banks, too. I don't know.
Yeah,
what's his name? I forget his name,
too. Exactly.
I fuck with him.
Why not? Again, those are names that could be boosted.
Fat and Nub said, YahYa would be a good T'Challa. What if Marvel takes all the talented black actors we want as T'Challa and give them different roles? Stan MEC said Derek Luke was in Cap 1, but I only know that because I looked, not because I remember.
Was he?
I mean, he said he looked.
Wow.
Check.
I'm trying to remember this.
Oh, was he a part of the? Was he that group? I forgot what they were called in the comics and in the movie, but those
he
World
was.
War II dudes.
He was. I think.
Yeah, there's the dude with the hat and the
Yeah, he was.
The dude who was from Fresno. He was like, "Oh, we're taking anybody," and he's like, "I'm from Fresno." Yeah, I think he was in that group.
So we can move on in a minute. Stamina said the lengths to which a certain pocket of the fandom tried to insist that this scene was forced. Oh, Lottie. Which scene were we talking about? I'm trying to remember. Poogiewood said, yeah. Corain said, do better, Marvel. Shout out Corey Beans. Unfortunately couldn't be with us today. Professor Film Fan said, T'Challa is still the only black character in the MCU with a main love interest.
Yeah.
Raymond 2000 said, if anything, Idris should have been Blue Marvel. Maybe they can still do it. Jonathan Davis from Outer Banks, that's his name, would be a good Iron Lad. He would.
Yeah.
Because, yep.
Yeah.
He might be too young for T'Challa, even though he looks like him.
Yeah, he does. He might be a little young. But
yeah. Jonathan Davis was, he in Outer Banks, like, one of the few black smart characters that have been written. Like, he was written as a smart black character who was, like, the smart ass of the group, not the dumbass. Like,
right. Yeah. Well, we'll move on here to the last topic of the evening.
A couple of them Outer Banks actors.
And that is going to be moving into what Khleo Thomas, holds. What he had to say.
Hey, I dressed up as Zero for Halloween one year, though. I kind of look like him. Everyone used to call him, not everyone, but a couple people used to make fun of me.
What he was asked on the purple carpet the other night at the Wakanda Forever premiere.
Used to tell me to eat onions.
Let's see.
Where's your trunk?
A lot of people don't want him to be replaced or didn't want him to be replaced.
Khleo, he plays Zero in Holes, and he was on the purple carpet for the premiere, and he gave a statement.
Is he still like?
Jo said Khleo is a great value cute. Hey, yes sir. I could have dug holes better than Khleo. I'm saying, and I believe in Recast.
Covers all the bases.
Just go spam my comments. Go spam his comment section with pictures of me.
Okay, we're gonna play what Khleo had to say really quick. So I'm gonna this is what Khleo Thomas had to say on the at the Wakanda Forever premiere on the purple carpet. Again, for those that do not know, if you didn't hear, he played Zero in Holes. That's one of the only
I feel
things
like he's
I
still
remember.
kind of trying to look like me.
Oh no, he did play the little boy from Friday After Next that was on.
He did.
Dude's back.
He did some Disney Channel stuff, I believe, as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, but he again, not relevant. So let's let
This is
you
another
guys
person
see
I could be like, if they died, it wouldn't matter.
what he has to
I ain't
say.
seen this man in years though. Like,
A lot of people don't want him to be replaced or didn't want him to be replaced.
Right.
What are your thoughts about that? Should he have been replaced or should he just been honored as we know that he might be in this film?
My opinion on this was you don't recast T'Challa. The Black Panther mantle has been passed on from different person to different person in the comic books anyway. Let's stick with that. What T'Challa and what Chadwick meant to that character and to all of us, I would love, and it's unfortunate, no one can predict that, but I would love to still have him immortalized as that character.
A lot of people don't want him.
Not Black Panther is not
that
a
is
jersey
immaculate
number.
meat riding, bro. Like, immortalized is crazy.
They act like it's a
That's
jersey
like-
number that
that's
you have
like
to
if-
hang up in the rafters
It's
and
like if
nobody gets
Heath
to
Ledger
wear
would
it
have
again.
passed and be like, ain't no nigga in Hollywood ever touching the Joker
Yeah.
again.
It's
Like,
insane.
Yeah,
That
like
is
you said, they
insane way
treat
to
it
look
like a
at it.
jersey number, like
Yeah.
That is a-
hiring somebody's like
Yeah, oh, no one can do that again.
And I'm not even sure it's just passed on from person to person. It's
It's
not.
not. It's always like a temporary
It's
thing.
not just passed on from person to person.
What are we
No.
talking about?
The man, like
As
the
far as
Black
the
Panther, the title of
ancestry,
Black
no.
Panther, like yeah, it's
No,
the family thing.
But see, this
essentially.
is my thing.
He got
I
it from
said
his
this
dad.
when I first saw this video a few days ago on Twitter. I said I obviously I'm behind. So I need, because Hollywood keeps having all the Hollywood actors when they're asked about recast outside. This is one of the first actors outside of the film that has commented on recast. And to my knowledge, I could be wrong because I don't pay attention that well like that.
no, we're on our phones. We ain't seen any other people like that really.
So, this is the first, but they all seem to have the same programmed answer because there's no way. Is this the only person that was asked this question? Or did somebody else disagree and say they should have recast and here's why they should recast? They just didn't show that one because
This is the only one I've seen from anyone.
That's what I'm saying. So if this
movie.
this was I feel like this was so planned.
That's
This was
what
so
I'm gonna say,
put
like-
together. This was rehearsed. He stumbled over his words anyway. The Black Panther, it's a mantle. Is it? And if it is, he said it's a mantle in the comics and it needs to stay that way. Really?
Right.
What comics? I'm behind.
What
Yeah.
did that, like, what
Trust
did he
me.
say
I've
he wanted
read
Chadwick to be like
immortalized.
That is
It's
that
crazy
is
to me,
crazy.
and that's what most
No
people
one can play it
against
again.
recast
like
sound
they are
like.
dead ass acting like
That's what most of them sound like, and it's
Chadwick
bizarre.
Boseman dead ass went and put 20 years Bill Russell 11 rings.
I'm telling you,
like they
I'm
like
telling you.
like all due respect to T'Challa, like
And that's no disrespect.
his screen time was just as much as all the other black characters we broke down.
That was an hour and 14
and
minutes.
so to say that like I said, all due respect Chadwick because he amazing
we all know,
everything
knows
in that
how
role.
we feel
And
about
so it's like,
Chadwick.
who's this-
Unless you're
who's-
new here,
Who's to say that we couldn't put someone else and do better in that role of the Black Panther
Right.
T'Challa?
Bro,
It's
we've
like
said that
Chadwick
shit.
did not get that much
crazy.
screen time as T'Challa.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
You
like-
can't. We don't get to have the discussion of Chadwick did this, but John David Washington or Damson Idris or whoever you want to put in the role
Exactly.
did this as T'Challa. Like we can't have that. We can tell you Jared Leto's a shit Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the same conversation, we can say, but Joaquin Phoenix, but Heath Ledger, but Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Do I need to go on? But Mark Hamill. But we can't.
The
we
way
can't
the
have
way
those
the way the
conversations.
You can do
DC's
it with
looking right
Spider-Man, you
now,
can
there's
do it
gonna
with
be
Batman.
another one. There's gonna be another Joker. The way
Right.
if they're
Yep.
bringing Superman
Yep.
back, if they go back to try to get Ben Affleck, they're gonna go back and try to get a Joker. They're gonna have to if they want all
Right.
this shit to work. So
Right.
it's like. It's
Yeah,
just,
so it's
I mean,
just
it
like-
all it's like an endless cycle of every time we come in here and talk about this. It's
Yeah.
always the same things,
It's the
just
same things.
reformatted
It's the
in
same
different
dumb-
words. But it's
yeah.
like I just wish that everyone like who
Because
is who is on that side of it would just like
this is
it's-
such
it's-
just a bullshit.
it's not that hard
Just
though.
apply it to
like
every other franchise.
this, like every comic we have was no more than 3 $5. Like, if you want to know so much of how much it, go buy the comic and see how much more you're gonna see T'Challa as the Black Panther than anyone else, even than his sister.
Right, and like I said, these
like 95% of the time, you're gonna be
interviews-
reading the book about T'Challa.
These type of interviews are terrible. This is just so, again, rehearsed. I don't believe Khleo has read any black. I know he hasn't. If he believes that if it's passed on as a mantle, as I've said so many times, the only way you ever learn about any other Black Panthers outside of Shuri's 12 issues, other than T'Challa, is when it's to further the story and development of the character, the franchise's main character, T'Challa. No other Black Panthers have their own issues. They don't take you on their own fucking journeys and stories. No, that doesn't happen.
They
and
don't
if you're reading
represent
Black,
what he
and if
represents
you
either.
hear a celebrity get on the red carpet, blue carpet, whatever fucking carpet, and say some bullshit like that, that's how you know this was told to him before, so that he could get out here on the purple carpet, say what he needed to say, so they could push this shit out before the film comes out next week, just like they've been pushing that NBA Wakanda Forever commercial. They've been pushing the shit, the Target commercial with Riri. They've been pushing, and I know it's advertisement to get people to go to the film, but I'm saying anytime that it comes up with recast, or not just recast, when T'Challa's name is put in it, it's this type of shit that we see. It's people saying, well, no, Chadwick this, or it's the pre-calculated shit they're wanting. It's their agenda. The same thing Nate Moore said there is not of. It's their agenda.
Preemptively silencing it as the film is coming out. They felt
Crazy.
this, from people like us. They're feeling it, and that they're shutting it down. They're you know that like anybody, what was this, Hollywood Unlocked? Any outlet that came
Never
in,
heard of them.
You know that they were told, like, you're not going to ask certain questions. If you do ask, you can ask these people these questions because they already know what they're supposed to say.
Exactly.
He
stumbled over. Yeah. Like I said, I ain't even seen the brother since digging up them holes. That little boogie to the. I ain't seen him since then. So he can stay there.
No, he's back
he
there
can stay
jumping
there
on backs and biting.
yeah. So
still shoes.
Man.
Yeah, I see he had, his, that's what I got to say about Khleo. And that really about any of these celebrities that are coming out that have zero knowledge about the lore. That's what we're saying. It's not saying, be damn Chadwick. Because something we are going to talk about on Sunday is the 2020 special that they're doing on Chadwick in Wakanda Forever. That's like, Simone, they posted a clip of it, and we're going to talk about that on Sunday too. They posted a clip of it with Whoopi Goldberg. She's doing she's interviewing Simone, which is Miss Bozeman. She is Chadwick's widowed wife, and so the things that we saw just in that 2-minute clip that they showed has been way more honorable to Chadwick Boseman than I've seen what Marvel's been putting out these past few months for honoring Chadwick. That like we've said, if you want to, that's how you honor him. Do a special. That's how you honor him. But again, as we've said, the morbid funeral, that's not honoring him.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
They're not honoring him. They just keep on reminding us that he's dead, and
that's
they
it.
say that's them honoring him. He's dead, guys. So there's no more T'Challa, and it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It's like I said, it's wild. So any of these celebrities that have these comments, it's just weird to me. Like if you don't know it, I don't comment on it.
Right.
Don't comment on it.
I'm just sitting here, and there's just so many more ways to support like the Bozeman family, or even like honor them than what they've done. It's just like me sitting here thinking of it. I know they could have, as the business and corporation they are. I know they could have done it. So it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy that we always are just just hit with stuff that's so underwhelming. It's like
yeah. Well, who's not getting honored? T'Challa.
Yeah. No.
And Chadwick was a great man who played a lot of great roles, specifically black hero roles. If you ask Chadwick, obviously he's important, but I know because he was a humble guy, especially. If you asked him if he was more important, or if Jackie Robinson was more important, or if T'Challa, what he represents, is more important. If you asked him, those things. So we 100% should honor Chadwick, but this is one of the characters that was created in 1965 during racial tensions, intentionally called the Black Panther. Was very strategically done, was shown in a place of excellence. We always talk about this. Untouched by Europe, all that kind of stuff. Not broken Africa, but a united, strong, advanced Africa, a leader of the world, Africa.
Right.
That's what's not getting honored.
Right.
We can honor him, but why are we not honoring T'Challa?
Right.
Which is the only reason that it was a phenomenon is because of what that represented. Chadwick Boseman brought what he brought to it, but someone else could also carry on that baton.
Right. Very true. Very true. I mean, we say, I mean, these are things we say weekly, it seems like, because somebody is always opening their mouth and letting spew out their lack of knowledge that is, again, on T'Challa, on the Black Panther franchise, and on this movement as a whole. There's just, again, as long as this movement's been going on, there's still so much ignorance that surrounds this conversation. Everyone still believes that the movement saying, you know, Chadwick be damned, Shuri be damned, Marvel's racist, this or this, and it's none of those things. That's what you're looking at it at face value. Right. When you come in, as I always say, into spaces that you have zero clue of what the fuck's going on, and then you comment.
I want to interrupt you to say shout out to the Bruta for our first super chat in history.
Oh shit, we got our first super.
He said, "To Charlie's death is symbolic of there being no black male leader movies. Movies affect the subconscious. This is a bit of a ritual to tell black communities to focus not on male leaders." And he's talking about T'Challa in that aspect. And so I agree, though. It's just like they're trying to, because that's the whole point of Wakanda Forever. They're trying to take away our focus from the main male black leader.
Right.
And so it's like, I definitely understand what he's saying there.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, bro, I really appreciate that because you are our first ever super chat. Yeah. We just got monetized.
It's shit like that, like the Bruta. I'll remember you for the rest of my life, bro.
That is so appreciated. Thank you so much.
Put that up like the dollar Mr. Krabs had.
Down God.
Yeah.
Gonna be in there cleaning Darius, clean Darius' studio one day, and we gonna have to not touch that.
No, that is so
that's awesome.
So appreciated. Thank you, brother. So yeah, no, that's it. That's my thoughts on it. It's something else. I'm telling you. I mean, we still have more, not tonight, but we do have more. Just recast stuff that we have to talk about on Sunday. That has come out.
I'm sure we come in here tomorrow. I'm sure there's something that'll come up. We come in here Sunday. We see the movie next Thursday. I mean, I'm sure there's
gonna be wild.
Wednesday, there's going to be whenever a lot of people see like the celebrities and everything, there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of red carpet interviews. Like, we're going to be in here talking about our opinions, but we're also going to be getting a lot of celebrities and a lot of other people's opinions. And it's like, some of these people know that T'Challa is important. Like, not everyone's going to be fooled by this being a beautiful, because like, don't get me wrong, I'm saying it now, this is going to be a beautiful film. We're all going to sit here and we know it's a beautiful film. We know Ryan Coogler can write movies. He showed us that with the first one. But it's just like, we also, all three of us sitting here, we know what the movie is missing. And so it's just like other people who are going to be interviewed or have social media who are important, like, to the black culture and everything, they also know what T'Challa means and everything, not just the Black Panther. Right. And so I just can't wait to see when we get into these interviews of people agreeing with the recast side. It's because we haven't seen that much. Like every interview we get that Marvel and they make sure they want to put out from actors or celebrities and stuff like that, they're in agreement with what they're doing, not with what they're not doing.
Right. Yeah, I saw that's very true what Ant-Man 1991 said. The Black Panther mantle has always been passed down by the descendants of, and that's very true, because even Azari, like, is the child's name T'Challa Jr.? Is that the kid's,
That's really what I've been sitting here trying to wonder, just T'Challa.
For people that have been paying attention to the T'Challa Jr. stuff, is the child's name T'Challa Jr., or is that just what people are calling him? Because if his name is T'Challa Jr., and again with Azari,
I think it's like Baby Yoda.
Why not use Azari? Like he goes on to say T'Chaka and Tchalla, but Tchalla has always been the definitive Black Panther throughout the comics. Yes. I mean that's just what it is.
Sir Yuri said his name is T'Challa.
It's T'Challa Jr. Little TJ is going to be running around the MCU.
I mean, but it's.
Is it?
Were we expecting them to just make something up for the made up baby?
I don't know.
The made up
T'Challa Jr. Huh?
And it's like, I hate to.
Listen, the hashtag isn't recast T'Challa Jr.
T'Challa Jr. And people are okay with that. I've seen so many conversations regarding this on Twitter. There were so many people that are okay with T'Challa Jr. But again, if you're not from this community, if you're not within this space, we don't want our real tropes played out on screen.
Yeah.
Like, what makes you think when I sit down, because I had my mother, and I had my stepfather, so I had a male in my life. However, we did not get along. To this day, we don't get along. I don't even talk. We don't get along. I didn't have my father. I didn't have my dad, bro. Like to this day, like my dad passed when I didn't get my dad. So it's like, why would I want to go watch my real life played out in my fantasy into something I love? Why would I want to go watch this little boy grow up without his father when that's never even how Azari in the comics is raised? He has T'Challa there.
Yeah.
So it's like, nah, bro, I don't want to, I take it back to what Eric Voss says, teaching us how to mourn. Nah, bro, stay in your lane, bro. I don't need you to teach me how to mourn.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah.
Yeah. Just the arrogance in that statement.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Unreal.
What's some of the others?
We're reading. They're talking about, everyone's talking about little TJ right now. A lot of people, Stamina said, say no to T Jr. Nicholas Jenkins said not TJ, and just a lot of people agreeing with that.
That's outrageous.
Cleve 17 said, now I want to see a Batman movie without Bruce Wayne where Alfred is Batman. It's just that. It's the same thing, though.
You know, it is a mantle.
Yeah, it's a mantle.
The cape and pointy ears, it's a mantle.
Definitely not a Wayne family thing. Like, not money at all.
Little TJ.
Cleve said, he also said, to me, the franchise looks very woman-dominated now, and I don't have much interest in seeing the movie.
Yeah, I mean, but the advertisement's been woman-dominated outside of Namor. They're, like we said, they're not even showing M'Baku. Hell, that's somebody we forgot. Fucking Winston Duke.
Yeah.
Fucking Winston Duke.
Yeah.
But I wonder, obviously his screen time wasn't worth the shit either because it wasn't on there.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
And it's crazy because, I mean, just thinking back, like, a lot of people love whenever the black sidekicks are on screen, though. Like, they're usually, like, I usually see them laughing, like, damn, like when I saw M'Baku on screen and everything, I'm just like, damn, what a perfect character to also have in this movie. Just the diversity they gave him already, where he wanted to fight him, then he wanted to help him. It's just like, we learn more about M'Baku than T'Challa. Like, he's gotten more, like, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, he's developed more and everything. Yeah. The Brutus said, my pleasure. Stay up, guys. We appreciate that forever and ever and ever. Official Liam G said, honestly, after Wakanda Forever, I think the Black Panther franchise just needs a breather for a minute. The whole situation is just a mess from both sides.
I completely agree.
My thing is I disagree because we take a breather and...
No, I was just about to say I completely agree, but then I was about to say, how long is this breather?
Yeah, no,
I don't want it to be like
it's not messy from our side, though. We know what we want.
Yes, the fans, we know exactly what we want.
There's everyone who's in agreement with Recast. We all want the same thing, and it's like not like any of us are pushing to take away from anything. Right. We simply are like, it's not even really Recast T'Challa. It's simply don't kill him off. Like every time I say Recast, that's all I see it as. Please don't kill him off in this movie that I'm about to go see next week. Am I really gonna go watch his funeral and potentially never see him again unless someone finds a way to bring him in from another universe or something?
That's
what
what they're gonna do.
I'll have it while I meet his son to ride along with and have all the sad memories of Chadwick to think about while I'm during the story his son goes through.
We have Bucky telling him, man, your dad was great. You know, your dad was this, your dad was that. Here's the thing, too. This whole T'Challa TJ shit. TJ is now going to... He's going to... So, hold on. Let me make sure I say this right. You know, I never want to get canceled. Okay, with little TJ and him growing up in the MCU, it now makes sense what Ryan Coogler was talking about in this interview he did the one everybody was tweeting, the one everybody was talking about. He started talking about how he got that big chest when he first got appointed as director for Black Panther, the first film. They gave him a chest of all the Black Panther films. Like, I read them up and down, you know, blah blah blah. I read all the way through them. Then he started talking about how T'Challa's story, you know, it's about a boy that grows up without his son, without his father. His father's killed. He grows up without his father. You know, obviously killed by Khleo in the comics. You know, so he grows up without his father, and then the throne is inherited. Did you read them? Did you read them, Ryan? It was not inherited, bro. He earned the throne. T'Challa earned
in his
the throne.
first movie.
Right,
the throne isn't even inherited.
Right. So
in the movie he wrote, he didn't inherit it. He literally made him fight for it.
Yeah.
Right.
On
like he
separate occasions.
Yeah.
Where he
got
died.
challenged again.
He died.
So I think what he's doing is he is now about to take little TJ and have him play out that story. That's going to be the T'Challa story we get. We're going to get little TJ reenacting Daddy's stories.
That's some bullshit, because this is 616, and 616 is supposed to be... This is where all the virtuous, like all the right, like the best representation of these characters are all 616. We can go and see these other versions of the characters, but there are other versions.
Yeah.
Why? But in 616, we get all those characters except T'Challa?
Oh, we got TJ now. That's our T'Challa. It's TJ. I refuse to call him that. He's TJ. He is TJ.
Garrus said Khleo is a comic book reader. He confirmed so on ADD. I think he just worded it wrong.
Well, I don't know about, because he stumbled over it.
I'm not sure
if he worded it wrong, his stumbling should have corrected what he was about to say.
Maybe he read comic books, just not Black Panther.
I mean, because it's not about... I mean, again, I encourage you, bro. I've said this on Twitter. If anyone can tag me, like send me, P.O. Box, I'll give it, whatever. Show me the comics where it's about the mantle. Show me the comics where it's not about T'Challa, other than the 12 issues with Suri where he's still even fucking there.
Yeah.
Show me the comics where T'Challa is just not present. Right. If you can show me that, I'll yield. But you can't.
Right.
Because that's not what the franchise was built around. He didn't miss word. No, he didn't miss word. He said what he said what he said, and he meant what he said.
Trey said, dude's trying to get that Disney money again. People say whatever for a paycheck. Oh, because I guess Corey said, I'm pretty sure he did read comics, but he used to work at Disney. She said he was employed by Disney, and he is a huge Disney fan as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made him say this.
He's trying to get Hulk 2 made, bro.
I'm sure.
Andre Ware said, I wonder if after the movie comes out, how many will continue these scripted responses, or will they finally tell the truth?
But see, here's the thing with him. What reason does he have to lie? Like, what do they get? You better lie. I mean, what is he doing for Disney? He's not doing shit for Disney. So what reason would he have to lie in this moment?
I'm leaking it right now. Holes 2 is in the works.
It is.
It's in the works, bro.
Raymond said, I have believed most of these anti-remasters have never picked up one Black Panther comic book. And that's my thing. I just don't know how much of the Black Panther storyline they actually know. JB Easy said no T'Challa, no ticket, and Raymond said opening weekend is going to be interesting as hell.
It is. It is.
J.O. Wolf said we know who read the books and who Googled T'Challa after Chad died. The mantle being passed down is backstory for how T'Challa got it. Some Black Panther for 50 years ain't passed on.
That's it.
Not at all.
We've said this before. Most people's introductions to T'Challa was the MCU.
Most MCU fans' introductions to characters is when they are announced.
Yes,
Right.
yes, exactly.
She-Hulk is announced, and then a creator makes a video. Who is She-Hulk?
Exactly.
Let me tell you who She-Hulk is.
Right. Exactly.
She-Hulk explained in 60 seconds.
Right.
Like, that's exactly like,
those
and
are
then
the videos
people
they
base
look up.
their whole opinions off that, and seeing other people they follow, their comments. It's just like,
it's like
that's
I
all it
always
is.
say, bro. I will never, like, even the weather. I will never. I have to look into something myself. Like I can't go off.
Like, I gotta go out. Yeah,
like I will go outside myself.
Dead ass. I'll
and, like,
step outside.
Yeah, like
Oklahoma weather's on some bullshit. Dude. Sometimes they're like,
but I will just never half-ass try to become knowledgeable on something, then jump into it, try to get in an
try to
argument,
shit on people, like,
and then like no, that's just like you sound so dumb, bro. It's crazy.
Fat and Up said the Panther Mantle is nothing but a championship belt. It isn't about the belt. It's the person that wears the belt. It's what matters.
T'Challa.
Exactly.
T'Challa.
We need to get that as like a little stream button. T'Challa.
But I need it to be exactly how they say.
No, from the movie, that exact scene.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Let's scroll down and see if there's any. Pookie, I'm gonna just start from the bottom. Stamina MC said someone said M'Baku has less screen time in this movie than the last one. That's what I've heard a lot too, and I surely hope not. But I've heard that from a lot of people, so I'm starting to believe it.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
JB Easy said only way to save this mess is to make the dead T'Challa a scroll and recast in Secret Invasion. I mean we've talked about,
that's one story.
There's endless possibilities. Like we've talked about, like us in the comment section, we could sit here all day for a 24-hour stream and talk about endless ways of how to get T'Challa back into the MCU,
actually,
other than
we have
killing
a
him
video.
off.
We have a video coming up about that. We got reached out to by a viewer and now friend of mine on Twitter, and we're going to be doing a video about it. We're going to live stream it, and we're going to be doing a video about I think T'Challa TJ. Sorry, I'm not calling him that. TJ, and just ways that T'Challa could come back. So, or the many ways that they could bring him back.
Fun.
Yeah, so we got that coming. Be looking for that.
Raymond 2000 said Jonathan Davis or any young black actor as T'Challa Jr. I bet you that's what they're gonna do. I surely hope they don't make Jonathan Davis, because that's the dude from Outer Banks. I hope they don't make him T'Challa Jr. I surely hope they come to their senses and realize that that's not what they should do. But
well, how do you do that without like a
there's
20-year time jump?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why the question surrounding little TJ is, well, at what point does little TJ become grown?
Right.
Yep.
Like, what, 2030?
Well, they can still do it to time moves different here. They're about to do this whole Kang thing with time travel.
They could.
There's going to be endless ways for them to find
That
some
is true.
loophole bullshit reason of why he's where he progressed to the way he did. And
That is true.
Skip over, but Ant-Man said Winston
one comment
Duke.
I can't wait for you to get to, but keep going.
Winston Duke only had 1 minute and 15 seconds of screen time in Infinity War and Endgame and 6:19 in Black Panther.
That's nuts.
I did I say around?
You said 6.
That is 7 minutes of total screen time.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
we have so much black representation.
Yeah, dude.
Shirley Miles said, how about start all over with a new Black Panther like they do Spider-Man? I mean, exactly, like multiple times. Trey said, comic reader or not, Khleo is going to say whatever they tell him to get some of that Disney money.
Yeah, that's why he stumbled over his words.
Raymond said, Khleo has been brought. He is employed by Disney Plus. Didn't know that.
Dude, he wants to be TJ.
Pookie said he intentionally dressed like a character. I forgot which one, so yeah, trying to get the Disney money. Cleve said, how come we never got a Samuel Jackson and T'Challa scene?
That's the comment I was waiting for. And it goes back to the interview. And this I might clip as its own thing. Read that comment one more time.
Cleve 17 said, how come we never got a scene of Samuel Jackson and T'Challa on screen?
we have been ridiculed and called this and whatever as pro recasters, but nobody ever wants to go to the source of where the recasting is even really coming from, and that's from things that Chadwick himself has said.
Right.
Chadwick has answered that direct question before. He has said that's one of the reasons why you don't see like Idris Elba, Lawrence Fishburne, and these other big actors. Like in Ocean's 11, you can have all these big name white actors together, and you throw in the one Don Cheadle, and that's okay. But you can't have. We don't have scenes or big films where you have prominent black actors like Denzel, Samuel Jackson, Chadwick when he was here. We can go on and on and on, names we were just naming. None of these big actors are all on screen together because of that conversation that there can only be one. Yeah, that's why. That's why we don't get scenes with Sam and T'Challa on screen, because it's too much power. That's too much excellence on one. Yeah, there can only be one.
Think how much cooler the handshakes would be.
and then not only that, Chad also said in that interview, he said, when that conversation is being had, it's frightening, debilitating. It pins us against one another. When he said it pins us against one another, he was talking about it pins us black actors against one another. It makes them feel like they've got to compete. Like because
like I gotta be better than you.
Like exactly.
Instead of being able to share this.
Exactly. And then that's exactly what he went on to say. That's what he loved about Black Panther, because he got to share the screen with Michael B. Jordan, and it didn't feel like they were competing or fighting for this or fighting for that. They were together. Like,
they were part of a story being told.
Exactly.
Together.
Yeah, so that's why. So don't tell me there's no agenda.
When you see the screen times, you understand why it's competitive.
Exactly. That's an even better point. When you see the screen
you're competing
times,
for 14 minutes over the span of 3 movies.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Man, who's in this chat tonight? And I hope some people. I really hope that there are people in here that don't normally here or want to be lurking or something like that. And you're or not with Recast. I hope y'all are in here, bro, because this is straight facts being dropped right now. Like, seriously, competing for 14 minutes of screen time over a course of 3 films.
Yeah.
So don't tell me there's no agenda. Don't sit and lie to me on the purple, pink, or red carpet.
Right.
Nobody, you're not talking to no little kids, bro.
Yeah.
You're talking to grown-ass adults.
Yeah.
You might be marketing to little kids and marketing to, the adult crowd and whatever, but I'm not no little kid, bro. I'm not stupid. You're not about to sit here and try to play me.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I was waiting for that comment, because I was like, Chad's answered that.
Raymond said, at this point, I just want a new MCU start over reboot. I didn't want one before Phase 4. After all this crap, just redo it. Have Galactus eat the world and call it a day. Fat Nove said, what do you guys think the odds are of this movie making $1 billion? If it doesn't, then do you think that will be the wake-up call for Marvel to recast?
That's what Trey was asking in the last video.
That's a good question. I don't know
if it hits $1 billion.
I don't know if it hits $1 billion.
It doesn't feel like the last time.
It does not feel like the last time at all. There was a cultural fucking movement with the first Black Panther.
Yes.
There were it was felt regardless if you read the comics or not.
Right.
It was felt. So that feeling is not here at all. Mm-hmm. This honestly feels like we're just counting down the days to a funeral. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think it hits $1 billion. And do I think that would be the wake up call that Marvel needs? No.
Because they'll still get
because they're still gonna
they'll
make.
be fine with however many mil they make, because it'll be the most. They'll make the most money. They'll make more money than they did the other Marvel movies.
Yeah.
They came
they're
out with
thinking no one else.
Yeah,
this isn't going to be talked about anymore as soon as we get to
Quantum.
Quantumania. That's what they're thinking. They're like.
That's what they think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to go on until
they make it right.
Yeah.
Khleo, JB Easy said Khleo is angling to be TJ a love child with Natasha so he can have Two dead parents. Crazy. Some of the shit y'all call it. Raymond said, besides T'Challa, we all know who needs to be in the MCU. Squirrel Girl.
Oh, yeah. Get Squirrel Girl in there.
Official Liam G said, not opposed to TJ. TJ could be a chance to make T'Challa more like his comic counterpart. Depends on how they tackle it. And yeah, with Kang playing with time, I guess they can find a way to age him up.
Yeah, it just
seems unnecessary.
I mean,
if you're gonna do T'Challa's story,
why
not
kill him
just
off?
do T'Challa?
Why the fuck kill him? If you want to do his story so bad, why get...
Just do T'Challa. I don't get that.
And T'Challa Jr.?
I mean, honestly,
does that just not remind you of your friend every time you write for...
And this is honestly a question. Like, would you... And this is real. I'm not being snide, sarcastic, or facetious in any way. I'm asking. Would you go see a Batman movie starring Robin, but it's Batman's story?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Why? What? No.
Dude, I love the Arkham games. I don't even know if I'm gonna even get the new one.
Because it's
Batman's
not
Batman.
not in it.
Yeah.
It's like Red Hood's cool as a playable character. Like, oh, cool, I get to be Nightwing for some of these missions. I play Arkham because I want to be fucking Batman, dude. It's the same reason I dressed up in my underoos when I was 5 years old. It hasn't changed.
Right, bro.
But it's I don't want to play Gotham City Knights. Like, give me fucking Batman, dude. It's the same thing.
Right, it is. It's the same thing.
Stamina said, I don't think it will, fatten up. Between the long runtime affecting rewatchability and heavy theme of loss/death and Avatar 2 coming for all the lunch money in December, not likely. Talking about making a billion.
Oh yeah. With Avatar 2, I didn't watch. We didn't
I haven't
react.
watched the trailer yet either.
Well, we were gonna react to it, but there were so many YouTubers having issues with the uploading the copyright.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bruh, I'm not
Fuck
about
it.
to.
Nah, not with the issues we be having.
Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
that.
like, nah.
The first one had a global release too, right? And this one's not.
Yeah, Black Panther. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
this
Yep,
one's
this
not.
one's
They're-
not.
Yeah, no, it's not hitting a billion.
Yeah, this one's not. You're missing. It's not playing in China. That's why. But here's the thing. I know. I saw some people talking about Black Adam playing in China, and we talked about that too.
Yeah, we did.
But China is also under COVID restrictions again, and certain things are shut down. That could affect
That could.
the film for sure. Wakanda Forever's not playing in China, so that's a big thing. It's not playing in France, I believe, either. That's another one that.
Really?
Yeah. And so I think
why not in France?
Because of the same reasons it's not playing in
the gay thing.
I think the LGBT.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought France was.
Is it France?
was
I
very
could be
down.
wrong. I could be wrong. But I
I'd be
swear there was
surprised
another.
if it was France.
There was another place, but
Pretty loosey goosey.
Where do I want to restart at? Just start at the top. Like I said, or no, Ashura said, Chebek said he wants 100 years of woke movies.
yeah, I saw his comments on the woke stuff.
Raymond said, like I said, if I wanted to watch a funeral, I could watch Michael's or Whitney's on YouTube, or go to my grandfather's stuff and pull out the VHS of MLK's funeral.
Yeah, that's true.
Stamina said, Doctor Strange 2 made 955 worldwide. If Black Panther 2 tops that, it kind of has to cross $1 billion. My thing is, Doctor Strange was highly anticipated. It was more built up than Black Panther was. It's just the simple fact that Doctor Strange was a letdown.
I will simply agree because, I feel the hype around Doctor Strange compared to the hype around Wakanda Forever. Right. And maybe it's because I'm not in this on Twitter. My feed is not like happy Wakanda. That's not our feed because Twitter filters in what you typically interact with, and we interact with Recast, so that's what our feed is. So unless I'm just not in that space and I'm not seeing the hype around Wakanda Forever, because it might be there. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure there. I'm hope I don't sound like an asshole saying, but I'm sure there's like tons of women who are excited to see this movie. Like, just because there's so many prominent women in this in the movie. Like, you've got Angela Bassett, you've got Lupita, you've got I forgot Sherry's name, but you've got the Dora Milaje. You've got everyone in that movie. So it's just like there's tons of women to look up to. I mean, so it's just there's probably from that aspect there's probably a lot of excitement and everything. But there's excitement. I know there's people excited to see Shuri as a Black, but from what I've seen, I know there's a lot of people who are complaining already about going to a funeral, and there's just a lot of argument behind the movie. That's really all it is.
And if the 2020, and I don't think Miss Bozeman is going to get on the 2020 special and dog shit Wakanda Forever.
Right.
But her interview will be telling.
Yeah.
Her interview will be telling if it comes out before. I believe it does come out before Wakanda Forever. I think the 2020 thing comes out like before this weekend, honestly. So yeah, I think so. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm excited to see that interview.
And because also, like, we can sit around and say this all day long. Her saying something, even if it's not, you know, she's, even if you have to read between the lines a little bit,
right?
with
That's
what she's saying,
telling.
Her opinion's going to hold a lot more weight
Oh, yeah.
with Kevin Feige and with Marvel.
Yeah, it's true.
What Ant-Man said, or Ashura said, if Squirrel Girl shows up, I'm going to take her twerking over She-Hulk. Ant-Man said, what do you think of people saying that white people can't watch Wakanda Forever? Stupid. Humans can watch whatever humans pay to
Other people
watch.
say that?
Like, I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, no.
I think those might be
Wait, say
Russian
that one more
bots.
time.
Ant-Man said, what do you think of people saying that white people can't watch Wakanda Forever?
Oh, if people are saying that, people are ignorant.
Ignorant and dumb and idiotic, and yeah,
That's-
you can watch whatever you want to watch.
Yeah.
People say stupid things on the
That's
internet.
that goes for anyone. White, black, brown, blue. Watch whatever.
Okay, that's what it was. Stamina. Yes. Sorry, with all the stuff. There's so
France.
Yes.
I was about to. Yeah, Stamina
That's what
said,
it
"Nah,
was.
France had issues with cinema releases versus streaming laws.
Yeah.
Compel a
Okay.
13-month gap between them, which got resolved. There's no LGBTQ issue."
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was the
Pookie
streaming.
said,
They wanted
That's
it
a big
45
market.
days. Yeah.
Pookie said, "The only thing I liked about Doctor Strange was Wanda."
That was it.
Hey, we
That was
don't have
it.
to talk about Doctor Strange right now.
Just Wanda.
Raymond said, France, I don't think it's because of a Disney Plus. Oh, yeah, we just got to that.
That's right. You guys are right.
Apparently, Sure
we
said,
talked
apparently
about that, I
She-Hulk
forgot.
is not having a renewal.
Not surprised if it's true.
Stamina said, I think it's 13 months. I'll look it up. So that means that France wouldn't get Black Panther till next December.
Yeah.
Pookie said, well, I liked some other stuff, but Wanda was the best. Yeah, we still don't have to talk about Black Panther.
She was the best.
Shirley Miles said, this Black Panther movie is not going to make as much as the last one.
No. Again, the feeling's
Strongly
not
agree.
there.
No.
It's not there, bro.
Nowhere
Like, it's
near
not
the
like...
vibe.
And the rewatchability won't be there.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to
Yeah.
Right.
You know how
rewatch
many
that
times
fucking...
I saw the first
You know how many
one in
times
theaters?
I wouldn't rewatch that show? I went with my
Man.
basketball team. I went
Yeah.
with
I know a
my
lot of
dad. I
people
went with
did.
my friends. I went with
I
my
saw it
little
so
brother.
many times. Yeah.
Stamina said, Ashra, that's not news. To be honest, only Loki and What If have been renewed. Nothing gets it until it gets it. Shirley said, I'm a woman and I'm not excited to see it. Well, I was wrong. I thought I would be right about something. I guess I was wrong.
We appreciate, having that voice for sure.
Ashra said, 3 hours to a paid sham of a funeral. Yep.
More.
Don't agree. JB Easy said, divide and conquer. This is why there's highlighting the women. Yep.
Yep, that's true.
Agree. Raymond said, if I want to go to a funeral, I could just go down south of my grave. Raymond, you got a lot of funerals you could attend. Like, instead of this one, you got a lot. Like, I can tell why you don't want to see this one. Astros, yeah, that's what Tatiana said. About She-Hulk. Raymond, too. If anyone lives in France, I could get a Wakanda Forever bootleg on Frederick Douglass.
Oh my
By
god.
Thursday. He said by Thursday. Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Oh, where am I at? Stamina said, I believe you. I just mean that's unremarkable. Whether she said it or not, that's the situation with most of the shows. They're one and done. Ashra said, people are calling Black Panther 2 the Woman King or Latinos
That is
versus
true.
Africans.
I have been seeing it
Seeing
called the
that a
Woman
lot.
King. Yes, people are calling it the Woman King.
Official Liam G said, my timeline is mostly positive about the film, but yeah, it's based on what you interact
Yeah,
with.
see, that's what I said. Okay, see, if I'm just not in that space. So if he's in, he's in a space where it's all positive, then there could be, like, obviously there is a lot of people that are excited for it. So I still don't think it's going to make as much, though.
Fat Nub said Nate Moore officially confirmed the movie is after the blip. Yeah,
Yes,
Ryan did
he
too.
did.
They all
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And Asher is asking Stamina if you would renew She-Hulk. And I can answer that and tell you that nobody would renew She-Hulk if they were given the opportunity.
Such a disappointment. Such a disappointment.
Ant-Man said, I'm seeing this movie for two reasons. My brother's an extra in the funeral scene and my curiosity on how they handle the story. That's
cool.
pretty much
That's cool.
Yeah, no, that is pretty cool about your brother, but I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of us are going, just to see how they handle the story.
And I want
to see Namor. And I did want to see M'Baku, but I mean, like, you can ask I don't know if all y'all were here whenever we first started talking about this, but I was so excited to see M'Baku, and it's just like, month after month, it's just like they took screen time away, and now I'm just not that excited to go see my boy Duke anymore. Because I'm like, why would I be excited to go see him for less than he was in the first one?
Apparently, don't blink if you're trying to.
Like, if I want to see Winston Duke, I better. Cornelius in the end throwing tomatoes. Cornelius, I thought you didn't make it today. I ain't seen you in the chat all day, but sure as hell you came in hating. Yes. Always what you do. Riri Williams, another reason I want to see, but not sure why she's not in Armor Wars and she's in Wakanda Forever. But Ryan Coogler definitely just wanted another black story to throw in there to replace the one he's taken away. Man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm reading hella comments. I gotta pee. So if you want to get to those, like,
let's see. We've got Raymond 2000 that said, matter of fact, I might not even have to pay for this movie. Let me call somebody. We've got official MG that said, ready for Riri and Namor. I'm ready. I do want to see Namor.
Yeah, Namor seems like it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
Probably be the best part of the movie.
For sure.
Maybe only.
Asherah said, have you seen the people liking the Dora theme remix at the UN? I didn't know. I didn't see it. I haven't seen that. Shirley Miles said, I did not like She-Hulk. The storyline was terrible. Yeah, She-Hulk was... She-Hulk is, again, like we've said, I will never revisit She-Hulk. Ever. No.
It started like whatever, and then it was like, oh, okay, a little bit of promise. Then it was like, oh, this is not good. And then Daredevil episode, good. And then we were hopeful for the finale. And the finale. Oh, God. I was like, who were the writers?
That's why we didn't.
Dexter? I've never seen.
That's why we didn't.
Watched at the ending. You know?
That's why we didn't upload
like,
that fucking reaction. That was just a waste of time. So, So we got Fat Nobe that said, imagine Brian from Fast 5 is killed off screen from a car crash because it happened with Paul Walker. That's T'Challa Chad in the cancer death story. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pookie Wood said, cool for you, bro. I read the spoilers. I'm good. I don't know who's talking. Might be talking about in there. Shirley said, well, really, some of the storyline was terrible of She-Hulk. Yeah, that's what we were just saying. Like, some of it, like, it had its moments where it was like, okay, but it just got bad.
Just pointless.
Asherah said, the whole cast and crew hates the idea of recast Tchalla. Yes, they do. Well, the ones that have come out and talked about it, yeah. Shirley Miles said, the only reason they are hyping this movie up is because they are selling women. They are selling women's makeup for Black Panther. Oh yeah, I've seen they've even got a McDonald's Happy Meal Black Panther that you can. One of the toys is like you can collect the 10 characters from the film or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything with the absence of T'Challa that they can push to make people understand that this is no longer about him. Yeah. It's about TJ. It's about the progression of whatever they're doing with him and whatever. And, Nate Moore coming in. We're going to talk about this on Sunday, too. Nate Moore coming in lying, talking about Doctor... That man stays lying.
Yeah, saying that there was
he can't not lie. Like saying Dr. Doom was never not going to be in... Or he was never going to be in Wakanda Forever. Bruh, we got the pre-biz pictures of it. Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, Nate Moore, he just stays lying, bro. So he can't stop that shit. Damn. We've got official EMG that says She-Hulk was very disappointing. I only liked the first episode and the last two. I did not like the finale. I liked the Daredevil episode, and I don't even remember what other episodes outside of that I liked. Oh, I like the Madison one just because I like Madison.
That one was
Yeah, that
fun.
was cool. Madison and Wong.
Didn't she shake her ass in that one? Was that the one she shook her ass in?
Is that,
No,
that was Megan Thee Stallion.
Was it that one?
Wait, it was.
I think that was all one episode.
Because that was a highlight for me.
Okay,
as you guys
yeah.
know.
Yeah, we
that
know,
one.
buddy. We seen you on. It's
That
a
one,
highlight for me as well.
Rewatchable as a series.
She-Hulk rewatchability is
that clip,
up.
the twerking clip. That's got some rewatchability for your boy here.
They knew what they was
doing.
doing on that one.
We've got Stamina that said, I have a monthly subscription to my local spot, so I'm going to watch the film without actually paying. That's the only way it's able to work. No funding, Black Trauma, please and thanks. Yeah, I saw Chillmonger say he's going to buy a ticket to another film, but he's going to go into Black Panther. He said he's not giving the money to Black Panther, which was honestly
Just go ahead
not
and
a bad idea.
low-key just log in on your phone on the app and just select the tickets you want in the Black Panther theater, and you can go sit in them because they'll take them off the app. Just don't actually buy them.
No, yeah.
You remember that one night we were just sitting there trying to buy tickets?
Yeah, but then it only does it for like 5 minutes.
We can each swap with our phones. We'll be good.
that was going
Be
on
like
so
5
well.
of us. We'll be good.
We got Shirley Miles that said most of the writers for She-Hulk were female. Yes, they were.
Pretty sure almost all of them were.
Yeah, just about. They had like a few because the writers, the guys in the last episode were the writers. They were actually the writers from the show. Yeah. So there were some guys in there.
John said that.
We got Ant-Man 1991 that said, "Have you guys heard Rihanna's song Lift Me Up?" Yes, I have. Listen, I don't have a problem with the song. It's just like Rihanna just did what she was paid to do. But here's the thing too. It is it's sad. That's what they're pushing though. That's what they want it to be. But it was so funny on Twitter. Somebody said. Someone said, "Damn, y'all mad about the song too?" He's like, "It's supposed to be honoring Chadwick. What the fuck did y'all want her to sing, Man Down?" I was like, that shit is so funny. Oh, that was so funny. Yeah, I've heard it. Andre Ware said, "Are they going to make the T'Challa action figures again because the Shuri ones will not sell with little black boys?" Yes, I don't know if you guys have seen, but they have the Black Panther first film action figures out there right now.
We were just talking about that last week.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. They have those out right now. Why? Because they're trying. That's why they're pushing that right now. They released. We have to shit. I'm not leaning down there. We got to get these sent out, but that's the new T'Challa that they just put out for the Marvel Legends ones. Like they're pushing, bruh. It's they know what they're doing as far as the marketing with these toys and things like that and showing chat because it's not you won't find this one at like your Walmart or Target or anything like that. But you will find the ones with Chad's face at your Walmarts, your Targets. They're like that. Yeah, they're out there. That's what they're trying to do with that. You got oh yeah, he said won't sell with little black boys. That's very true. The Siri ones, I didn't read that part, but that's very true. Raymond 2000 said, "Can we get Charlie Pugh and Wiz back to make music for the film? If it's not too late. See You Again is much better than Lift Me Up." Yeah. Shirley said they did not read the comic book of She-Hulk. By the way that the show went, you would have thought they definitely didn't. We've got. Let me see. That somebody's comment made it jump. We've got Raymond that said they could have gotten Jennifer Hudson or Fantasia to sing Precious Lord or Mason Grace instead of that. Where's Aretha Franklin when you need her? CC Rogers 1999 said, Are you guys going to put in an instant reaction post on either Twitter or on YouTube after the film?" Okay, so for all 60 people that are here, go tell 60 more people, and hopefully those 60 people will tell 60 people right after we leave the theater. Yeah. We're going live. We see the movie next Thursday at 7:50 p.m. Yes, yeah, we'll see it then.
So we'll probably be back here around 10:30.
Right, and we might
10:30, 11, honestly.
And we might take a poll on that too, because I was thinking, I don't know if everybody did, but I took the next day off. So I was thinking we might take a poll, because that might be super late for some people.
Right.
So if we take a poll on that and see what the general audience is thinking, should we do it that Friday morning, or should we wait, or should we do it that Thursday night? Should we just give our instant reaction out of the theater and then go live Friday morning? I don't know, because if we go live at it's a 3-hour film.
Right.
And about 10, 11-ish, we're getting back here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to start late. That Friday morning, I wouldn't be able to because I tried to request it off. I work at a restaurant, and it's Veterans Day. And it's one of our busier days because we give out veteran discounts. So
it could be Friday. If we
did Friday night, I could.
That could be a thing, too. That could be a thing, too, later in the evening, if everybody can do that.
Because I'm thinking that might be...
It'd still be the day that the movie technically comes out,
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm sure we can do both.
Yeah, we
can work everything out.
We'll work it out. But
either way,
for right now, plan for us to be live that day. So yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about it. Ashra said apparently toy makers are worried that the BP2 toys won't sell, but they put them in the boy section instead of the girls. Why? Then you should absolutely have Recast. I know they're worried about a lot of stuff when it comes to the toys and everything that's out right now.
Well, they kind of just put superhero toys with superhero toys, at Walmart. Like there's that aisle that you have Star Wars and you have DC and Marvel and Teenage Mutant Ninja.
They just kind of Mario.
Yeah, they just kind of stick them all over there.
Yeah, it's all over there. We've got Pookie with us said the closest we got to the cast and crew supporting Recast was the white dude. That is true. Everett Ross. I forget who plays him. Whatever the actor's name plays him, but he plays Everett Ross. That is true. His reaction when they asked him about it. Yeah. Yes. When they asked him about
Bilbo Baggins.
He was like, yes, Bilbo Baggins. He was like, his answer was very hesitant. I felt he really wanted to say, man, I don't know. It just felt depressing to me. Martin Freeman. Yes. So then we've got, let's see, Cornelius with some more tomatoes. We're going to throw some back.
Cornelius asked, I just see his comment down here. He says, so what evenings are y'all going live? The only evenings and nights he's available is Thursday through Sunday. And we're trying on every day, but the way it's been lately, it's really been Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
Yeah. We're trying to do it every...
And so we got in last Friday, I think, as well. So
yeah, we did.
We're trying to get every day, but if you can only make it Thursday through Sunday, then...
That's okay, bro.
Do that. Do that.
Then we got Percy Bedford that said, do you think YahYa playing Wonder Man can actually be elevated to an A-list character in the MCU?
Yeah, I do. And the reason I do is because YahYa's great, bro. We saw... He won an Emmy for what he did as Mr. Manhattan. You know, and let's take it back to the comments he made. People were talking about how he was like, oh, stuff on Aquaman, DC, that's clown work. What he meant by that, in my opinion, I think what he meant by that is the little screen time he got is clown work. Not only that, when you see me, I've got my Black Manta mask on. Again, that's... So yeah, I have no doubt that being the actor he is, he could elevate Wonder Man to an A-list hero in the MCU. He could do
a lot potentially with like a little bit of time, and then the fans' reception to him could lead. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to how they write it.
Right.
Because he's only going to be in it or be able to do with what they give him.
Right. That's true. We've got Gray that said Avatar 2 will be a factor on whether or not Black Panther 2 makes that bill. The nostalgia will kick in as it gets closer to its release. That is true. And one thing that they did differently is they released, which of course Marvel was never going to re-release Black Panther to show you T'Challa and then blah, blah, blah. But they re-released Avatar so everybody could go back and watch the first one.
Which makes sense
and relive it.
Yeah. The gap has been.
Yeah. And people said it was just as magical that time as seeing it the first time. Then we've got Raymond that said he needs to learn how to just hush. It never works for him. Every time he opens his mouth, it's BS. Yeah, talking about Nate Moore. Ashra said Nate deserves as much tomatoes as Ryan. A bit more for killing the script with Bozeman. Fat Nobe said T'Challa T'Challa, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel should have been the perfect new big three replacing Cap and Thor. That would have been nice to see. Ashra said, I'm going to watch the new Jonathan Majors movie, not Creed 3. Shirley Miles said, also, T'Challa is a king and a strong, positive black man for little boys. Yes.
Yeah.
Everything, of course. Those are all things that we've all said before. Again, things that are taken off the screen. Raymond said, where Killmonger live? If he's in NYC, he should know where to go to see Black Panther for less than $15, and that's the weekend discount. Ashra said the one black dude did the Daredevil episode, but even he was on code to make men look bad, not good. Stamina said, oof, I don't know who he's talking to there. Cornelius, okay, we answered that one. Stamina said, not buying that whole men bad idea. Didn't catch that at all. The show had more flaws than I have fingers to count, but that wasn't one. Yeah, no, that definitely wasn't it. The flaws of that show had nothing to do with the whole men bad thing.
No.
The show was just awful.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
We tried.
Yeah,
Anyone
we did try.
who watched.
We tried.
We tried.
Pookie said, I brought the cool Black Panther T'Challa talking plush today for Christmas for my son. I've seen that one. We got tagged. Let's see. Ashra said, how can Marvel and Disney milk Chadwick's license till the end of time? I don't know. I don't know if he's, I don't even know how all that works. If he's under contract still or whatever. I don't know. Because I don't know. Because they've used, I have no idea. Don't get me lying on that. Then we've got Pookie Wood that said they have a T'Challa on the throne Funko at Target now also. Really? I've not seen that one. Ashra said if they read She-Hulk, they know she only broke fourth wall under John Byrne. She did so under Stan Lee and after Byrne was done. Ant-Man 1991 said, I can't even call this movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever since Black Panther T'Challa is not in the film. Yeah. Corey said, I waited 6 years for a single. That's sad as hell. Not filming it. We have been waiting a long time since that last album.
Yeah. I love me some
D Stizzle's here. Ant-Man 1991 said, also Ryan Coogler said the original script for T'Challa was going to be grieving 5 years. And yeah, we're going to talk about that Sunday. That's the new thing he was talking about. A shut-in live 12A/4A. That's what Cornelius said.
Live 12 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Oh, okay.
After we watch the movie.
Oh yeah, I see. Pookie Wood said, I saw on a YouTuber call this movie. I saw one YouTuber call this movie Black Supporting Cast Forever. I spit milk.
Black Supporting Cast Forever.
Stamina MC said Martin. Yeah. Everett Ross. Cornelius must have a real good throwing arm to be carrying all those weaponized fruit. Jay Easy said Martin was the only one with foresight in BP3. Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to see his interview if you haven't seen it. He was very trepidatious of the things he was trying to say. Raymond 2000 said someone said Wonder Man is black in the Ultimate Universe. Well, we're in the 616, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then it says D Stizzle said DC scrapped his Black Manta project. Did they? Did not know that. Shirley Miles said, why did they change Wonder Man? Why they are not doing Blue Marvel? That's that's the question. Why they're not doing Blue Marvel? He could be doing so many other things, but doing what he's doing. Ashra said, how long does the embargo of BP2 last and come in? I want to read the Wikipedia synopsis. I'm not sure how long the embargo. I want to say it has to be. I think it's I'm not sure how many days after the film. I'm not sure on that one. Rayfield A said it's very frustrating. All the young heads who only know T'Challa through the movies don't want the MCU to recast because they don't understand the importance of the character's 50-plus year story legacy. Yep. All very true.
What's being missed?
Raymond 2000 said the new big three should have been T'Challa, Carol, and Doctor Strange, but instead we got hell. We don't even know who the new big three are. That's true.
We got the medium three.
Yeah. Fat Nope said Black Panther, Hawkeye, and Hulk should have been inspired off their what is EMH? EMH versions, the closest
Earth
to
Mightiest Heroes.
Oh yeah, Earth. That is EMH. Sorry, it's late.
It is like
Ashura said, I asked for the game. You jumped the comment, the one with She-Hulk and Squirrel Girl.
Something about twerking?
The twerking. I don't know. I'm gonna still say She-Hulk.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna still say She-Hulk.
Meg.
Fat Nose said,
Got
what
them
if
sandy
Black
cheeks."
Panther 3 came out and there's no T'Challa? Are they really gonna mark it off the death again like they are doing now? Are they gonna say they're trying to honor Chad? Yeah, that's what they're gonna say. That's all they're saying. They're trying to honor
y'all,
Chad.
I don't understand that.
No, we're about to. We're about to.
Y'all are going
Trigger
crazy.
Trigger warning said Namor is a Latino that swam to another country. You can't make this up. Nah, that's what they got. Raymond 2000 said Phase 4 has been nothing but a long anime filler. Bo Robinson said, to Raymond, that's the issue. People want T'Challa to lead, and he overshadowed all the white superheroes. Yeah, because remember, 2018, what they had him leading, the Avengers.
Yeah.
Gray said, still, the YahYa / Wonder Man casting looks like something out of an SNL sketch or in Living Color sketch. Yeah. Fat Nobe said, if they recast T'Challa and make a BP3, who do you think should be the villain since they have already used Killmonger and Namor? Man, I don't even know.
That'd be so far down the line.
I don't even know. Where does a BP3 even fit within the timeline before Secret Invasion or anything like that? It's definitely not till after. So I don't know. Shit.
Eventually, do
The fans, let us be the villains.
We can make more, man.
Yeah. We got trigger warning that said, do they even read the Marvel Encyclopedia? Do they? We do.
I guess not.
Stamina said embargo lifts November 8th. Yes, November 8th. Shirley Miles said, I'm not feeling the Falcon as Captain America. Well, we know how I feel about Anthony Mackie over here, so.
It's too late to get into that.
Bo said, at Gray, that's exactly what they're doing. The show will be done like WandaVision. Then Bo answered Shirley and said, I'll accept it because we barely have any. I won't push him out because they have none. That is true, too. Hopefully he gets a leading role, or he has got the leading role, but hopefully he gets to actually lead because we're hearing that him and Red Hulk are going to have tension, which that means Harrison Ford. He's going to be sharing the screen with Harrison Ford, and we already know Anthony Mackie ain't that good of an actor.
I mean, plus we already know the leaders in there, too. Then
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Fat Nope said it'll be Brother Voodoo. That'd be cool. Asher said Comics Explained thinks Iron Lad will appear in Ant-Man 2 or Secret Wars. Well, Rob, I haven't really liked his opinion so much on recasts and things like that, but I know Rob stays out of that, but I do like Rob a lot. So
yeah.
But
shout out Rob.
Yeah, shout out Rob.
Big educated.
As always, guys, we appreciate you guys being here. It's late for us here, but we appreciate you guys being here. This as always. This has been fun. We had almost 70 people in the chat tonight.
No. Got our first super chat.
Got our first super chat. The chat's been going. We got 23 likes. If you haven't liked this, go ahead and smash the like button.
It's our first stream in November.
Right.
It was a good day.
And if you're new here, you can go to our Discord. The link should be down there in the bio. You can click that link there, and in that link, you can join our Discord. We can interact with us 24/7. You can send us things that you feel like we maybe need to be talking about or whatever. If we haven't seen something, we'll discuss it here on the show. Like I said, we're going to be trying to go live Monday through Friday, and then have the big show on Sunday. But we will be back here tomorrow, and then of course back for the big show on Sunday. So we appreciate you guys being here. We've got so much more to talk about with you guys. Again, this is fun. You guys helped us get to that 1,000. Now the goal is trying to reach that 2,000. So if we can get to that goal, that would be super dope.
You're sure.
We love you guys. Love you
really
guys.
do.
Appreciate
Like
you
family.
guys. Yeah, you guys are friends.
Family fanatics.
It's a fun. It's a
Interacting
fun.
with the
Yeah,
same
it is.
people
It
in the
is.
stream.
And it's a fun community we're building, and it's a fun community, and we love you guys. So again, as I always say,
Peace out, Gray. I
as
just see
I
your
always
comment.
say, you
It's
know.
for you.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. Okay. Anyway, as I always say, we appreciate you guys being here. So like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you guys. We will see you guys in the next video. Fuck. Why does it never work?
Raymond said 2,000 subs. Woo, wait, wrong YouTuber.